going to talk about the three key principles of communication. So who can tell me what communication is?
It's how we exchange messages or information with others, right?
That's right. Now, communication is essential in everything we do, but it's also governed by three key principles. The first principle is that interpersonal communication is inevitable. What do you think that means?
Yes. That is mean that we are always communicating, even without talk.
Exactly, Christine. Communication happens all the time, whether you're speaking or making gestures or even staying silent. Let's try an example. Christian, imagine yourself upset with your friend and you don't want to talk. Show us through your actions. Perfect. So without saying a word, Christian communicated something, maybe frustration or disinterest. So whether we like it or not, we are always communicating. The second principle is that interpersonal communication is irreversible. So once you say something, you can't take it back no matter how much you want to. So can anyone give an example? Yes, Christian.
What if I accidentally insult someone, even if I apologize, the damage was already done?
Exactly. Let's role-play the situation. So Christian, can you move forward? Pretend you're upset and say something hurtful to Christine and then try to take it back.
Never listen to what I say. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
See, even though Christian apologized, the hurtful words are already out there, and Christine makes you feel bad. This is why we need to be mindful of what we say because communication is irreversible. Lastly, the third principle, interpersonal communication, is complex. So communication isn't just about words. It's also about tone, body language, context, and more. So even cultural backgrounds can affect how we communicate. For example, how do you speak to your friends compared to how you speak to me? Yes, Christine.
With my friends, it's more casual like hey or what's up. But with you, it's more formal like good morning, ma'am and sir.
Exactly, Christine. Communication is complex because we adjust it based on how we're talking to, where we are, and what's happening around us. So let's do a quick activity. I'll say a word and I want you to say it back in two different ways. So first, as if you're talking to a friend, and then as if you're talking to me. Ready?
Ready!
Okay, the word is hello. See?
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, ma'am, sir.
Students, so this shows how complex communication can be. So many factors come into play. Now let's switch gears and talk about something related to communication between the American and the Philippine English. There are some notable differences, especially in pronunciation and vocabulary. Let's look at a few examples. Cassie, feel free to answer.
What is the biggest difference?
Well, let's start with greetings. In American English, you often hear informal greetings like "What's up?" In Philippine English, it's more common to hear "How are you?" or something a bit more formal. Let's act it out. So, Christian and Christine, you'll play two friends greeting each other. First in American English and then in the Philippine English.
Hey, what's up?
Not man, just chilling yo.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, just relaxing lang.
Great! You can see the difference in how informal American greetings are compared to Philippine English, which tends to be a bit polite and formal. I had a sandwich and chips for lunch.
Nice, I grabbed some fries.
I had a sandwich and chips for lunch.
Oh, chips? Like potato chips? I thought you meant fries.
to the mall?
You mean mall? Just go straight and turn right.
Great! This highlights a subtle phonological difference. Both are correct, but the way they are pronounced depends on the variety of English you're using. So we've learned a lot today about interpersonal communication and the difference between American and Philippine English. Can anyone share what stood out the most?
Yes, Messi, you want to answer?
I didn't realize that communication is happening all the time, even when we are silent. It is really inevitable.
Yes, Christine. I learned that once you say something, you can take it back. That's why we need to be careful with our words.
Exactly. And what about the complexity of the communication?
Yes, Christian.
It's not just about what we say, but how we say, and even who we're talking to.
Yes, communication is always influenced by a lot of factors, and understanding the difference in how people speak, whether it's American or Philippine English, helps us communicate more effective. Well done, everyone.
The lesson on communication principles and English variations between American and Philippine English was enlightening for both students and the teacher. It emphasized clarity, conciseness, and coherence, highlighting the importance of adjusting communication styles to improve understanding. The lesson also explored phonological and lexical differences, highlighting the diversity within English and connecting it to students' experiences. The role-playing activity encouraged students to practice communication principles while navigating language differences, fostering empathy and adaptability. The lesson highlighted the importance of understanding and adapting to linguistic differences in bridging cultural divides.